Now, the first way to make any woman think of you always is to give her less attention. Now, my kings, I know this might sound weird because the goal here is to make her think of you always. And I am saying give her a little less attention. But yes, my kings, it's kind of a reverse psychology that works on us women very well. It is something you need to do if you want that woman to think of you always. And this is because I think I mentioned this in some video. When women feel like they've invested anything at all in you, then they feel like they have to reap from where they've invested. Therefore, that will make them closer to you. So giving her a little less attention will make her, on the other hand, give you a little more attention. And that way she would have invested. And because of that, she will feel like she needs to enjoy from where she has invested, which will make her want you even more. So yes, my kings, it works. It is something you should do. Don't always be the one making the first calls in the morning. Don't always be the one texting all the time. Don't always be the one caring, wanting to know how she's doing. Give her a little space to also show some action from her side. Give her a little space so that she also shows you that she is as interested in you as you are interested in her. Because if you do not do that and you're the only one giving the attention, first, it can get boring. Second, it can create a room for that woman to manipulate you if she's a manipulative woman. In fact, when a woman knows that you're willing to go to any extent to get her attention, you want to be there, being too available, now she can use it against you. And aside that, it can make a woman feel like, oh, you really don't have much going on in your life. Because if you do have something doing, why do you have all the time in the world for me? Whilst that might not be the case, and that might be you genuinely, intentionally bringing out time for her because you are interested in her. That is why I said it's like a reverse psychology trick where you know that you want the woman. Yes, you need her, you are interested, but you also give her room to chase you a little. Make you work hand in hand. Give her a little attention, draw back a little so that she puts in some work on her end too to make things work out. So yes, my kings, giving a woman a little less attention is a way to get her thinking of you. Now, another way to make her think of you always is to make sure every moment spent with you is memorable. Yes, my kings, because you are giving her a little less attention, make sure that whenever you do give her attention, it is memorable. Make sure there is something to take away from every moment she spends with you, be it on calls, on text, or physically. Yes, because when she has a lot of memorable moments with you, when she's on her own, she's going to sit back and think about these memorable moments. And she's also going to always value those moments because already you give her a little less attention. So when you do give her attention, she values it. She knows that you're making time out of your busy schedule specifically for her, and that will make her appreciate it. And now, not only do you make that time for her, you also make it a memorable moment. Now, there are two reasons for her to sit at home and think about it. She remembers how everything went when she met you the last time or how she spoke with you. In fact, when she do get to speak with you on phone, she wants to talk for hours. She has a lot to share with you because you always make every moment with you memorable. So yes, my kings, that is another thing you need to do to get a woman to think of you always. Another thing you need to do to make her think of you always is to give her a cute nickname. Now, my kings, I am smiling because I have a personal experience. I used to have someone who used to call me Bubblegum. And because no one else have ever given me that name before, no one have ever addressed me that way, I valued that name so much. So yes, my kings, it works like magic. Anytime that woman you've given a specific nickname remembers that nickname or hears somebody mention that name, or you call her by that nickname, you address her by that nickname, it is going to drive her crazy. So when she's on her own, she's going to remember it and she's going to think about you all the time. Or maybe she's going somewhere and she mistakenly hears that name from someone. Maybe they are not even talking to her, but she hears someone saying that name. She's going to remember you, and of course, that will get her thinking of you. So yes, and a trick to this is make sure you give her a specific name from a memorable moment only the both of you know about. Now, that is what is going to make it more special because she knows it is just between you two. So it works like magic, my kings. Make sure you find the time, and please do not give just any random nickname. Make sure you really look into it and give her a befitting nickname. When I asked the person who gave me the name Bubblegum why he said that, he said because I smell so nice, and that really sank. It made me so happy. I went home that day feeling very, very blessed. I felt like, oh, I have met the man of my dreams. So yes, my kings, make sure you give that nickname from something specific about her. Don't just randomly pick a nickname because, oh, Lizzie said we should give her a nickname. Please, my kings, make sure it is something that is special about her. That is what is going to make it more special and make it something that she will value, and always, when she remembers it, she will think of you. Now, the last thing you need to do to get her to think of you always on my list today is to be mysterious. Yes, my kings, be mysterious and spontaneous. Do not reveal everything about you to her on the spot. Make her wonder who you really are. Give her reasons to think of you, because you being mysterious and spontaneous is going to make her always be on her toes when she's around you, because, oh, who knows what he's going to do next? She would always be thinking, what could you be doing next? What could you be planning? When you don't reach out to her in a day, she's already thinking, I'm sure he's planning something different. I'm sure he's about to do something else. Now, that is you getting her to think about you always, because when she's always thinking about what you could be up to or you could be doing next, that is her thinking of you, and that's a big win for you. That is why, my kings, you shouldn't just, display it or show her, or I know you're supposed to be transparent, but do not give it all out at once. Let her wonder who you are. Now, we are curious human beings by nature, I mean us women. So when we are curious about you, when you make us feel that rush where we want to know, okay, what is going on? That is it. You already have the thoughts of you stuck in her head. And when you do that, that is her always thinking of you. She will be there, she will be wondering, oh, who knows how he's going to surprise me this time? Who knows what he's going to do? So adding little surprises here and there. It doesn't have to be anything big, because most times for us women, it is actually the little things that matter. Unless for a woman who is not in that genuinely, who is doing it for something, she needs something from you. But for a woman who is genuinely interested in you and wants that relationship to work out, it is the little things that matter. Just you maybe showing interest in things that she's interested in, or finding out the things she's emotionally attached to and paying attention to them would make her, always think about you, because now she knows, okay, there's a man who actually cares about my emotions. That will make her feel very special. Like you find out her passion. Let's say she has a passion of cooking, and then you encourage her, you go and you buy stuff for her, maybe cooking utensils for her. Now she's like, okay, this man actually pays attention, he actually knows me. That is what will get her thinking about you time and time again. You would always be in her mind, because there are these little gestures you show that are mysterious, spontaneous, but different from what every other person would do. She tells you, oh, I had a rough day. You don't go saying, oh, please take care of yourself, or do this or do that. But maybe if the both of you stay together, by the time she comes home, you've already prepared a warm bath for her, made her a nice meal. Now she's like, okay, this is intentionality, and that is going to get thoughts of you stuck in her head. Whenever she's alone, she's thinking about you. If you're not around, she will be like, oh, if he was here, he would have done this for me, he would have done that for me. And that is you getting her to think of you always. So yes, my kings, be mysterious and spontaneous. That is definitely a way to get women to think of you all the time. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 4 ways to make her think of you always. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do well to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one.